Never mind, Hoppy. Good morning, Commissioner.
Thank God, my taxes this year all look good.
What time's y'all's meeting, Doug?
9 o'clock or not.
As soon as this one's over? Okay. Commissioner Stumps, good to see you this morning. Hoppy, the room is completely empty. There's no one here protesting, despite some of the rancor that's been raised. No one's here wanting to eat chicken or steak this morning. Except the assessor's office, which is 1 minute late, but that's okay.
So Douglas, our ex-commissioner...
Bruce is looking at his watch. My watch wrong?
Well, we're very close, sir. Official time.
Official county time. KC, county time. Get it? No, never mind. Anything going on, Steve? I'd like to say that the fact that the room's not full of people bodes well of the issue, but the truth of the matter is we've got to do something about these percentage increases. An interesting thing, I was in Nevada last week, and I'll show you a newspaper article. They're having, I think, 50 to 100 to 200 people every hour come in to protest.
Oh, my gosh.
But they've got a reason to be doing that there. But I also got copies of their letter that they send out. They send out like your 10% letter. You might want to take a look at this. I'll give you a copy of it. And the reason is, it's got something I've never seen on ours before. It actually instructs the people what the board can do and can't do. Specifically. For example, they bothered to tell people that the board cannot do anything if you don't have the ability to pay the taxes. The board can't do anything, you ready for this one, about the percentage of increase. I just wonder why they do that and we don't do that here. I think it'd be a good idea if you all to take that to your Assessor Association and PVC, and it would help a little bit, I think. And it's right on there. There's another one, too. Ability to pay, percentage of increase. Oh! About the assessment itself. What's it say, Steve? It's got some specific language, which I've never seen.
Mr. President, you're well-traveled.
Well, I am.
I'm not sure what...
Well, I don't know either, Steve. It's on the second page, and it's got something. I just looked at it this morning. It's the first time I saw it, because I just got back. And anyway, it's got some specific language, which I've never seen anybody talk about before. It might not be exactly the law here. I don't know if I can find it now or not. I had it a minute ago.
Ken, if you would, if that's something in writing, share that with Dave and myself.
Oh, they also require people to fill out a form, and you have to have the form filed by a certain date. In other words, they can't come in and sandbag you.
Well, as of next year, the law does require taxpayers to go through steps like that. So that has been changed for West Virginia.
Of course, they have a tax that will be applying a 3% cap on the tax bill. Anyway, it's just got some stuff in there, but I just thought it may or may not apply here. But
it's not a bad idea. I mean, we were the first assessor, and really for a long time the only assessor in the state to advise what the potential tax could be, so people understood tax dollars. People don't understand assessments.
No.
They know what tax dollars are. And, you know, it created a lot more work for us in January and February, but it dissolved that sticker shock that people got in July when it was too late for them to do anything about it.
Well, I just think it's a good idea. Of course, next year everything changes. We've got that thing where they can post a bond and they can have hearings later or put the money in, and that'll be mainly commercial people who do that.
Yeah, mostly commercial, industrial, minerals. I mean, coal companies. I see more than anybody else.
When's Mineral Day?
15th.
Have we heard got any read on that yet at all?
I don't think we have too many inquiries right now, but you know we're going to have to send out the corrections for the state today, actually.
Yes.
Who's signing that?
Well, they wanted under Philip's signature, but we made them change the letter to acknowledge that it's their responsibility and they made the mistake. And
Is she signing it?
Actually, there's no signature
Is there not?
on the letter.
No signature.
It's going out under the letterhead.
How come I used to have to sign those things all the time? What happened to that? Y'all used to make me sign them.
Well, the statute does say during Board of Equalization any increase has to go out under the commission signature.
Then why are you sending out one that's not under my signature? Why are you breaking the law?
Now, we talked at the time.
I don't care what the tax department said. What's the law say? I mean, for 10 years you've been making me sign those, right, Bruce? Why not this
It has
year?
to be at least a 5-day notice under the commission president's signature.
Pardon me?
The law says it has to be at least a 5-day notice under the...
I'll sign it. If the law says I'm supposed to sign it, I'll sign it. I don't like it, but I'll sign it. I'm not going to send something out of here with no signature on it.
That's why you're president.
That's why I get the big bucks. That's why I get the middle chair. Bruce, shouldn't I sign that? I mean, if the law says it.
You never signed the notice commission, but you do sign an order.
I have signed. No, that's not right, Steve. I sat out here one day and signed something like 175 letters. Remember that? And I jumped all, and y'all told me I had to sign it. It was the law.
It was, but I didn't know if you ever signed the notice.
Yes, I did. That's before y'all got mad at me and quit bringing me things. I'll sign it if I'm supposed to sign it. Y'all tell me what I'm supposed to do. If I need to sign it. Do I have a motion I'm authorized to sign it?
So moved.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'll leave it up to you all, Steve, but
I mean, Mark, have you seen anything different that requires anything different? I mean, there's been a lot of...
About whether we ought to be signing them, but.
I used to fuss about it. I still will. I didn't like it, but if I'm supposed to sign it, I'll sign it.
I mean, there's been a lot of changes in the law, but that wasn't one of them. I mean, the notice still has to go out.
Y'all want me to sign them? I'll sign them. If I'm supposed to sign them, I will sign the letters. I need more phone calls. Anything else? How many of those we're sending out? How much is the total value? Steve, you told me it wasn't a lot. Of course, define a lot. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we have Hoppy sign them since he's president pro tem? Hoppy, you'll sign them, won't you?
I certainly will.
I know you would.
Steve, I would hope you share some of that literature that you have with other people and so forth. Share that with all three commissioners. I think that'd be very interesting for us to read that.
We will. We will. We've got a copy, and again, their original has part of the material in red ink too, which I thought was interesting. Some of the warnings. Well,
and I was just laughing because one year I had a taxpayer complain that he's colorblind and didn't see the notice.
yes. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we're going to go to a form system in the future. Is that right?
Next year, there are steps that they're required. They're actually required to fill out a form to complain to the assessor, and then we have so many days to respond, and if that response isn't satisfactory, then they have to fill out a form with the commission and request formally the Board of Equalization.
Well, I think that's a good idea, and not that I want to see the taxpayer do anything onerous or additional burden, but it does put everyone on notice of what the complaint is and stop this just showing up and, kind of playing tag match around here.
And even though there are certain requirements that the taxpayers have to do, we're not going to be such sticklers that if someone comes in without having filled out a form and says, I want to know why this happened, we're not going to sit down and talk to them. I mean,
about how, and I know you wouldn't, I appreciate that, but how many folks have you had in now? Do you have any idea if you had to guesstimate? And that would be not unusual. That'd be about average for this time of year. Okay, we meet again this Thursday, correct?
Right.
Is there anything the assessor's office needs us to do? I've heard he was going to come today, and then y'all told him to come Thursday. And we'll take that up then. I don't want to take it up when he's not here. I wouldn't be fair to him. We'll deal with it then. Okay? Do we have any other business for us from the assessor's office?
Yes, sir.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Oh, wait, we have to do document signing. I move we approve where the two documents, y'all took them back from me, I think.
I'll so second.
These are approval of the minutes from January 27th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
In order convening as the Board of Review and Equalization and recessing until Thursday, February 3rd, 2011. Second, all those in favor say aye. We now stand adjourned. Do we have any other regular business for the County Commission?
Purchasing director gave me these yesterday. They're surplus cards for the sheriff, the chief, and Harry Carpenter, and we need the president's signature on them to allow them to go to West Virginia surplus
Without objection, I'll sign the cards. Is that okay, Hoppy?
Okay.
Any other business? Commissioner Stump, would you like to make a motion for us to adjourn? You're allowed to do that around here. Commissioner Stump makes a motion we adjourn. Hoppy, will you ratify that?
I will ratify that. I've always ratified anything he does.
Me too. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thanks for coming, Doug. Good to see you here. Hoppy,
Yep.
that does it.
All right.